you would really need to give 3 to 4 shampoos.
Okay, interesting.
So the first shampoo really just removes any impurities. The second shampoo kind of cleanses the scalp, and the third shampoo will cleanse your ends, your roots and ends.
Hi everyone, my name is Pamela Laird. So excited to be here with Ger Hennessy today, head educator for Alter Ego and award-winning hairdresser. We've got a lot of questions, so I asked you guys to send me in your top hair questions and problems and dilemmas, and we're here today to answer them. So welcome, Ger. Thanks for joining.
Thanks very much for asking, Pam. It's great to be here.
I'm going to start because I think, you know, there's so many things we all want to know about our hair. Everyone has a different problem, but actually a lot of hair problems are super, super simple to solve. And I think one of the ones that I was asked really, really frequently, which I personally am dying to hear your take on because I am one of these people. Okay, so question in from Tara. So I have oily roots, but dry ends. So what products should I be using?
Which is a very, very common question, really. Even though it's like skin, combination skin, it's like combination hair. So for oily roots, with all Alter Ego products, they're made with kindness, they're paraben free, they're sulfate free, so they're perfect for extensions. They're made with oils and everything that's good. Like I call it like hair food, all of our products, especially our retail range. So for oily roots, I would recommend our Pure Balancing Shampoo. It has Pyroxone in it, and Pyroxone is an antiseptic that cleanses that scalp. I would also recommend our Gentle Detangler, which is sesame seed oil for the ends. Don't use any conditioner on your roots, and use your water temperature medium for oily hair. Do not use warm water because
that's interesting.
Because a lot of people like really boiling hot water when they're washing their hair. So you have to make sure with oily scalp that the temperature has to be medium.
Go kind of lukewarm because I often get my hair done, and the hairdresser would always kind of finish with a cool wash then to kind of obviously for my oily roots. So yeah, I'd wash my hair and like day one I'd have oily roots. So I must try that shampoo actually because that's what I need. And then so when you're kind of using treatment products, then if you've got oily roots, dry ends, would you use like a leave-in treatment as well and just keep it to the ends?
It would depend on how dry your hair is. If it's normal dry, I would just use like our Gentle Detangler, or if you've blonde hair, silk oil, you know, we'll go through them all. But if it is very, very dry from over-processed hair, then I would recommend a leave-in treatment as well as a general conditioner.
Okay, brilliant. So don't skip any steps if you're super dry.
And also with oily hair, you would really need to give 3 to 4 shampoos.
Okay, interesting.
So the first shampoo really just kind of removes any impurities. The second shampoo kind of cleanses the scalp, and the third shampoo will cleanse your ends, your roots and ends. So you really need to give at least 3 shampoos.
Okay, I've been doing 2, so I'm going to be doing
up
4.
Into 1. Let me know how it goes.
I absolutely will. That's such a great tip. Thank you, Ger. And I feel selfishly like now my problem has been half answered. So thank you. And then this is an interesting one. So does it help to leave a hair mask in overnight, presumably on wet hair?
It doesn't have to be wet hair. Absolutely. Okay. You can apply, like pump the conditioner into the palm of your hand and put it through to your lengths and ends. Don't touch your root. And it's easier if you sleep in it overnight on dry hair because you don't have a wet head then going to bed. Yes. Just put a towel over your pillow, and it's a great idea. If clients of mine that wash their hair in the morning, I would tell them to try and do that once a week, to have a leave-in treatment the night before they wash their hair. And then shampoo is normal, and then condition is normal. But it's a great idea to have a leave-in treatment once a week.
Brilliant. Okay, that's amazing. And actually, Alter Ego have that fantastic sculpting mask, don't they? The one with the clay.
Yes, so it's mirror clay technology, so it realigns the fiber in the hair, and it also has shea butter and black cumin oil, so it's divine. Yeah,
amazing.
So
well, I'll leave all the links
in
the bio, and I'll leave all the links down below to any of the products we mentioned. But yeah, I have to say that mask, I notice when I'm using it's She Wonder, I think it's called it actually holds my style. So whenever I'm going out, that's the mask that I use on my hair that day.
So that's what the clay does in the mirror clay, in the She Wonder. It realigns the hair fibers, so it just keeps your blow dry and your style longer. And that's an ideal one for an overnight treatment.
And then I think that leads us on to another question. So many questions in about blonde hair. And I think probably in the summertime, people finding a little bit of brassiness coming through in their hair more than usual from the sunlight. So what would you recommend?
So we would be in our Silver Maintain range then, which has goji berries in it and argan oil. The goji berries protect your hair, longevity of your hair, so it stops your hair from colour from fading. And because it's purple pigmented, it will keep all yellow tones out of your hair. So it's a great one to use It would depend on how blonde you are. If you were very, very blonde, I would say use it every third shampoo. But if you are more of a sandy blonde and you wanted to keep it sandy blonde, it's good to use that every shampoo.
Yeah, I use it every second shampoo. My hair is that kind of more sandy shade. So yeah, I find it works really well.
Yeah, but if you were extremely blonde and you used a purple shampoo the whole time, you would end up with a purple hue. But that,
purple rinse. Do you want that? And then tell me, because there's also the conditioner in the Silver Maintain.
Yes,
so
there's Silver Maintain conditioner.
Stronger than the shampoo, or are they both the same?
No, the conditioner is stronger. Yeah. Okay. So like you could leave the conditioner on for an hour and it would still, but if you left the shampoo on for an hour, it definitely would. The shampoo is definitely more pigmented.
And then we've more oily roots, but we've answered that. This is an interesting one. So postpartum hair loss from Roseanne. My hair is coming out in lumps 4 months after having a baby. Very common, isn't it?
It's very common, and hair loss always happens 3 months after an event. So after stress, after having a baby, after being on medication, it always happens 12 weeks after. So what we have is our energizing range. It has abyssinic oil, which reinvigorates the hair follicle. So you would use that on a regular basis, and you would use our gentle detangler on the ends. There's also a leave-in lotion which has abyssinic oil in it as well, and that again just invigorates that hair growth. And it is a leave-in, and you would recommend using that every time you shampoo your hair. Some people find the hairline especially is what I suppose hair loss is more prominent there, and you would just apply the hair leave-in just to this area here, and that's just called our energizing tonic.
And do you advise then to avoid colouring your hair during that time? Is there anything extra on top of those products?
I suppose it would depend on how, like if you were doing a scalp bleach, definitely not. If you were doing highlights, I would use a very low volume. You need to speak to your hairdresser on that. All our Alter Ego products, again, they have diamond shine technology, they have ink oil in it, so there's all good things. So I would have no problem with doing it. But again, it depends on how much hair loss. Like hair loss is very common and normal, after having a baby, but you need to decide, is it after stress, or is it something else that, you might need to start. It could be going down the road of alopecia or any of those things. And
just be aware.
Yeah.
Got it. And I think that probably leads us on another person. Thinning hair, like lots of hair, but the texture is quite thin. So what products are best to use?
So what's best for that is called our bodifying lotion and shampoo and lotion. And the bodifying has ginseng in it, and it has Urban Shield technology. And Urban Shield technology protects the cortex of the hair. So all of this helps to give body. So for thinning hair, I would recommend our bodifying range. And again, there is a lotion for that as well. But the bodifying is very, very good for thinning hair.
Brilliant. And then this was actually very common along with the oiliness, but any tips for dry hair, like super dry hair? This is from Bronwyn.
I would probably use the She Wonder because it has the mask in it, which you can put on overnight, then use the shampoo, and then use the mask again. And then there's the elixir oil, which is divine. And
I love it.
Yeah, so you can know that's oil, that's pure hair food. So for dry hair, dry, unruly, thick hair, I would recommend the She Wonder.
Fantastic. And then as well, I get a lot of questions because I myself wear hair extensions. And so we're talking about the Alter Ego range today, but no matter what the product is, it's suitable for hair extensions, right?
Yes, they're all carbon-free and sulfate-free, and those are perfect for extensions. So any range, it depends then on your hair type, which range you go with. Yeah.
And probably if you've got longer hair like me and it happens to be blonde, like I tend to go for the silk oil conditioner, even if my roots are oily, I just avoid the roots with it because I love how hydrating and bouncy the hair is.
Exactly. So you alternate it, like your scalp has to be treated differently to your roots and to your ends. So you alternate what is best.
Brilliant. I'm going to see, do we have any more here? Oh, actually, this is from Debbie. So the best shampoo and conditioner for regular use. So blonde, dry ends, and then greasy every 3 days. What would be kind of the best for that?
So I would say the silk oil for blonde, the dry ends, again, the silk oil, and what you say, oily roots?
Yes.
So that would be the Pure Balance. So
alternate maybe. Yeah. I think that's great. I love alternating because you need different things. Like come the weekend, you might want your hair a little bit less oily because you want it to last, but actually during the week, if you want to treat it, you go more for the oily products.
Absolutely. And your hair can get very tired of the same product, so you do need to keep chopping and changing it.
Keep it fresh and ready. And along with the blondes and myself, I know I get brassiness, but when we're talking about kind of darker hair, black hair, brunettes, you know, their hair suffers in the sun too. Your color fades. And I think we're all trying to get as long out of our hair appointments as possible. So how can anybody who dyes their hair brown or black or any darker shade get the longevity?
So our color care range has goji berries in it that stops color from fading. And it is one, that and our silk oil are our best sellers. So the color care shampoo and conditioner is fantastic to stop your color from fading. And clients notice it the minute they start using it, and they, you know, by the repeat sales that it works. Blondes change their tone a little bit, whereas brunettes fade, you know. So yeah, you need to look after both. So the silk oil will keep it conditioned and shine, and the silver maintain will remove any of those, you know, warm tones that you want to remove, whereas the color care shampoo and conditioner will keep your color nice and fresh.
And that's what you want to think, especially because you are maybe going to a great hairdresser, getting your color done. And if you're not using the right products at home, your color is going to fade, and nobody wants that. And
as a client coming back into the salon again, it's better to work on a better canvas, you know, when you're trying to recreate these great looks and colors again. If the hair is in better condition, the color is better result.
You touched on kind of one of your main tips. So I don't know if you have a few others. So we're talking brush your hair gently when it's wet and brush your conditioner through. Ends down. Anything else? Give us your top tips.
I suppose regular trimming as well. You know, make sure that you get it trimmed regularly. Make sure that, I suppose, the hair products and the colors that you're using are high quality, you know, that they are high quality products. Don't overload the hair as well. I mean, this bottle should last ages. I'm talking, even for your length hair, Pam, like a 2-cent size piece is loads.
Okay.
So go back a small bit on the doling it into
pouring it out.
Yeah.
We're all a bit guilty of that,
I know, but it's just going to wash down the sink. So just use less of it and make sure that you at least shampoo 3 to 4 times. And
any like nighttime care, do you think that we need to be putting it back at night or up or anything like that? Or you
do not tie it up too high. Try and do it in a plait, you know, so that the bobble is at the very end of your hair. Make sure you don't tie your hair up wet, that you don't tie it up too tight, you know, because sometimes hair loss can create it here from people tying it up really, really tight. So just put on hairspray to try and to keep it back, you know, if that's what you're trying to achieve. And, you know, make sure that your go-go's or your bobbles are very soft and, you know, replace them when they get kind of more wiry. Yeah, just don't tie it up wet.
Well, they're amazing tips. Thank you so much, Ger. I think I've learned so much anyway. And I'm going to leave all the products that we've recommended down below with kind of exactly the hair type. I just want to say thanks to everyone for sending your questions into Ger. I'm just thrilled, Ger, that you've been able to share your expertise and tell me what products to use. I'll be going on to Ultra now and ordering all those products that I didn't know I needed until now.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thanks a million, Pam.